Evening, everyone. Welcome to the Pocomoke City Mayor and Council meeting. Today is Monday, April 21st, 2025. It is 6:30 p.m. Would you please stand with us for the Pledge of Allegiance?
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
Thank you. Councilmember Tall, would you lead us in prayer tonight?
Everyone bow their heads. Father God, may you guide us on today. May you find it in our hearts to be amendable, to be worthy of standing in this spot. Father God, may you watch over us. May you watch over our cities. May you continue to bless us. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you.
Moving forward to item number 2, reading of closed session statement. Summary of closed session. On April 7th, 2025 at 7:13 p.m., the Pocomoke City Mayor and Council went into closed session. The closed session was held at City Hall, 101 Clark Avenue, Pocomoke City, Maryland, 21851. The motion to enter into closed session was made by Councilmember Holland and seconded by Councilmember Downing. Councilmember Downing, Holland, Cotman, Marshall, and Tall all voted in favor of entering into the closed session. The statutory authority for entering into the closed session was General Provision Article 3-305B4. Thank you. Moving forward to item number 3, approval of the bill list for payment. Council, is there any discussion? Excuse me. If there is none, I will entertain a motion.
Make a motion that we pay the bills as presented.
Second.
The motion has been made and properly seconded. All those in favor use the sound aye.
Aye.
Those that oppose, you have the same right. So moved. Thank you. Moving forward to item number 4, Lambertson Farming Contract. Mr. Lambertson.
Good evening. Melinda sent me a contract for the farm that you have on Old Virginia Road, and it was a 1-year contract. Other than the term, I had that soil tested. I don't know if you had those tests. Farm has not been farmed for a couple of years, and it's showing a 5.0 pH, which will take 2 or 3 years to build that back up. So I'm just requesting that a 3-year instead of a 1 year. So that's basically what I'm asking for.
I spoke to Councilmember Holland today, and he kind of said the same thing about why we should extend it to 3 years. I completely support this. Council, I'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion that the Lambertson farming contract for the property on Old Virginia Road be extended to 3 years.
Seconded. The motion has been properly made and seconded. All those in favor use the sound aye.
Aye.
Those that oppose, you have the same right. Thank you so much, Mr. Lambertson. We'll get your paper signed.
Council Lambertson. You don't have to put any iron on the property. It's got plenty of iron. Move it somewhere else. Thank you.
So just for clarification, that's going to be December 31st, 2028. Okay.
Thank you. We're moving forward to item number 5, proposal for Center Street repaving. So council, a citizen reached out to me, and I know Councilman Marshall was working on this too. A citizen reached out to me and said, hey, Center Street is bad. You really need to get it fixed. I drove down Center Street. I was ducking and diving. It was really bad. I went to Miss Matthews. I said, Miss Matthews, do we have the money to do this? She told me that we did have the money to do it. So Mr. East submitted a proposal to Bosman Paving and Grading LLC. Bosman is on our procurement list. When they're on our procurement list, it does not require us to give 3 bids. So I'm asking you to approve the paving for Center Street in the amount of $60,100. this is probably as cheap as we're going to get it. And also, I think that this is an opportune time to say, we're gonna start with Center Street and we're gonna work our way out.
And then,
And we'll,
this is for 100% of Center Street.
100% of Center Street,
Beginning to end.
beginning to end.
We won't have to fix that darn pothole anymore. That was great.
And that's the thing, it comes a point in time where we have to stop filling potholes because we return right back to the same situation. And we say that we're passionate about repaving the roads and sidewalks, so let's do it. So if y'all would, here's the proposal, I'll entertain a motion.
I make a motion to approve the Bosman, proposal to repave Center Street.
Second.
The motion has been properly moved and seconded. All those in favor use the sound aye.
Aye.
Those that oppose, you have the same right. So move, thank you. Ms. Matthews, I'll start.
Yeah, you want to say something?
I do. So that's from Linden all the way through to Winter Quarters, correct?
All the way around.
And can I ask one other thing?
Yes, you can.
Where is the street cleaner?
The street cleaner, from my understanding, Brandy looks like she's got that answer.
Yes, I know that answer. Because it seems to be.
Okay, we're getting there.
Okay, I never see it. I'm the Cuny street cleaner.
Right now, the street cleaner is actually being repaired. It is, no, it's actually being repaired and we're waiting for parts.
Thank you. Moving forward to item number 6, city manager search update. So far, we have 7 applicants.
Great.
I'm not going to look through their resumes. I'm gonna wait to do it with y'all. But we just opened it last Saturday before this past one, so that seems to be promising. What we're going to do, we're going to narrow it down to 6 from whatever we get. And then from that 6, that's when we'll do the regular interviews, because we did not advertise it on Indeed this time. I know the last time we did it, it was a mess. We are advertising on the ICMA website, the National League of Cities website, the Maryland Municipal League website, and the Government Jobs website. So we might catch a couple government employees that are highly qualified. The application deadline ends on May the 15th. So on May the 16th, we'll be looking at some resumes. Thank you. Moving forward to item number 7, comments from the city council members. Councilman Highland.
Yeah, I just got to, I spoke to, sorry for my voice, allergy season's getting the best of me right now. I talked to the mayor last night about our events program and, organizations that have to fill out the permit for the events. And I think it's a little stagnant right now, how it's done. I mean, right now, I know the fairgrounds is being hounded about it, but, the way it's worded, you could almost say every church has to do it, American Legion has to do it, you know, Cypress Roots has to do it for every event they have. And I don't think anybody's in favor of that. So I think we just need to have it more explained and thorough, written out in black and white, so that everybody knows what they're supposed to do. And the second thing is I know we all seen just hoping that we can meet about the EMS soon too. Oh, and last thing I have is the fairgrounds is having their concert this weekend in the rodeo, the 26th, this Saturday. So if you're free, I think this could be a good time.
Thank you. Councilmember Marsh.
Yeah, to echo Councilman Holland's statements, this should be a big weekend for Pocomoke with Josh Turner coming to town and with the Stampede. Just did see that some of the food vendors, the food trucks have been approved. That's a wonderful thing. So it's going to be a great family event for the time. Also, you know, I talked about having a community cleanup day, and a couple churches kind of jumped in the way there and did outstanding work. I think it was Bayside and another church that kind of stole my thunder there, but which was great, and I was glad to see them out in the community doing that. However, McMichael Road remains an issue. We're gonna have to figure out something to do on McMichael Road. It is the road to our area's leading employer. Many people from out of town come down McMichael Road to visit Hardwire, and I think we're gonna have to address that sooner than later. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Toll.
I just wanted to, address an email we got, concerned about the trees on Maple. So I had went down to look at the trees. I'm trying to figure out what tree he's talking about specifically, because they all have like, almost like ribbon tied around them as if they're being pulled up or something is happening to them. So I'm wondering what trees he's talking about that's in his way.
I think Councilwoman Cotton was handling that.
Okay,
I think.
okay.
I think
Cause I'm like, I was just wondering, cause I went to look, like, it's best to go see for yourself what's happening. So I was just wondering what tree specifically, cause they all look like something is being done with them, cause it's equipment on the property as well. So that was my only comment or question.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Councilwoman Down.
Just one question, about, filling in potholes and all that kind of stuff. Market Street, at the end of 8th Street, there's a dip, there's a great big hole there. Is, I guess, coming from north side. And when you get to the stop sign, there's a huge hole right there. 8th and Market.
Is it one market or 1/8?
Well, it's at the end of 8th. As you approach it, you're trying to cross over to Market.
Okay,
So I would say 8th.
okay, so then that's us.
Yeah, instead of the state, yeah.
Okay.
Just get Bill or somebody to check it out, please. That's it.
Thank you,
Can I say
Councilwoman
one
Down.
thing?
Good.
Just to piggyback off both of y'all about the road conditions, I know we've been talking about for quite some time. And, it's water and streets and sidewalks are three of the biggest problems we have right now. And with the zip lining program continuing into its next phase, we hope to see improvement. And, I know we have all talked to our finance director over the past couple months about finding some money for roads. So I hope in the next budget season, everybody sees the commitment that we're making towards improvement of sidewalks and roads and the water in the best manageable, financial responsible way.
Thank you. Moving forward to B, comments from the mayor. I would like to comment about the roads. Right there at the intersection by First Baptist Church, there is an awful dip, awful. And I went into it on Friday and I had to get a new tire because of it. I need Public Works to be more, because they're going over these streets and roads just like we are. I need them to be a little bit more diligent within all of this and get this stuff fixed. That's all on that. You got a question? Just give me a second. Also, I wanted to say that Ms. Matthews is now up and running as our interim city manager, and she's got her work cut out for her, but she's definitely carrying the task. Y'all, I should have written down the things that I needed to talk about tonight because I have completely forgotten. Lord have mercy. Something else that I did want to speak about publicly is that the time for all of our committee meetings is moving to 6 o'clock. Citizens have to be able to get to these meetings. The reality is when those times were set a very long time ago, people work closer to home, as well as people got off of work at 4:30. People aren't getting off of work until 5 and 5:30 now, so they're unable to make these meetings. We definitely want the public to be more involved. You all know that we did not utilize any of the circuit rider grant money this year. We are in hopes that we can build a partnership with Princess Anne, whereas we would have a circuit rider here, given the week. They would be here 3 days one week and 2 days the next week, and we're hoping to build that out with Princess Anne. This past year, we were supposed to do it with Snow Hill, but in the process, Snow Hill got a full-time grant writer. And so they didn't need to push the issue of the circuit rider anymore. So we're looking forward to a possible partnership with Princess Anne, and we're looking forward to have a circuit rider back in City Hall. I do have some concerns about some of our properties. I think that we really need to take a long, hard look, and we need to figure out what we're going to sell and what we're going to keep. We have 3 properties right now that are sitting vacant. There's no action and there is no movement. I'm not saying what we should spend the money on, but we keep talking about wanting to fix our roads and sidewalks. And that could be the money that would indeed fix our roads and our sidewalks. We really have to take a long, hard look at this. We talk about wanting businesses to come into this town, but when someone drives through streets like Center Street, right? It's only a couple of y'all that live on the street, but you better believe that there are business owners that are driving these streets to see if Pocomoke is a fit. And if our roads and sidewalks continue to look the way that they look, we're not going to get anything that is lucrative here. So we have to make an effort to really get this thing handled. And we don't want to have to exhaust money from our general fund. So we really need to look into selling these properties and deciding what we are going to do with them. I trust Mr. Wyatt's expertise concerning concerning sales of property. So please get with him. And Ms. Matthews, anything concerning properties, buying, selling, renting, they do not go through the planning and zoning department. They come directly to your office. That's all for me tonight. Thank you.
Just so I'm clear, the committee meetings, planning and zoning, zoning appeals, and those meetings will be at 6
At
o'clock.
6.
Well, that's one. Yep.
And just on one of the properties that we have to take a hard look at is the ones we pulled off. It's probably been about a year ago on, in the industrial park, where there's an issue with like the roadways or the water or whatever, and we pulled it off. It was for sale. We pulled it off to look at it, and I venture to say probably not much been done. So as soon as we get that figured out, I think, like we said, it'll be for the best.
They jotting down what you said. Moving forward to comments from the city manager.
Good evening, everyone. I would just like to say thank you guys for giving me this opportunity. Just a couple things I want to just address. One, if you guys could keep in mind, come up with a date for the next budget work session so we can get that hammered out and get it done as quickly as possible. Also, I would like to thank our mayor for updating the city website and also creating the job application so that now people can actually apply online. So now people don't have to come in and ask for an actual PDF of the a job application. They can actually apply online. That's all I got.
Thank you. Moving forward to D, comments from the audience. Please come forward, state your name and just your street name.
Beverly Calgar, Center Street. I just want to piggyback off of what you said, and I'm no expert on paving, but I do talk to the city guys a lot. So as you had requested that, they be more diligent with the streets. However, just throwing stones in them is not cutting it.
That's right.
I just said something to Billy and Paul the other day about Homewood, because it's like kind of right there, right in the center before you go back into White Oaks. And I mean, like within 2 days, it's gone. I mean, it's got to be at least hot mix. And I know hot mix, I'm sure, is not doable in December, but it's got to be more than just throwing some stones in the holes, to make it, to last hopefully longer till the streets can get in the conditions they need to be. And also too, now that we're approaching better weather, now when will the tentative dates month be for Center Street to get paved?
After this, I will check with Bill tomorrow and see what the schedule is so we can get that situated. And then I will let the mayor and council know when there will be a date. And then I think that's something we can update on the website and to let everyone know.
Good. Thank you all very much. I certainly appreciate it very, very much.
Thank you. Council, can I jump back in? I remember what I was supposed to say. I was contacted, CL and I were contacted, a week and a half ago about a situation in Homewood. Multiple people living at an address, constant visits from the police. It's crazy. Now, where it gets murky for us is that we can't enforce the landlord rental agreement because the homeowner still lives there. So what I'm going to ask council to do is I'm going to ask council to go into work session and create some type of legislation that prevents these kinds of things from happening, because this is ridiculous. People should not have to live like that. I know I wouldn't want to live like that. I wouldn't want anybody next door to me doing those kinds of things, having a whole bunch of boarders in their house and a whole bunch of stuff like that. And we can't expect the people that live in this city to live like that either. So I'm asking Ms. Matthews that our Planning and Zoning Commission comes up with legislation so we can handle this sooner rather than later. So thank you for mentioning Homewood, because that reminded me on what I needed to say.
I know that
I think it's really White Oaks.
It's White Oaks.
it's White Oaks,
It's
but
White Oaks, yes.
we're on the same page, but
Exactly.
I know that, we've had several city officials visit that area, that location in question. And, we've been there multiple times, and I agree with Mayor Knopf, as well as the residents of White Oaks, that it's out of hand.
Definitely. I see it all the time.
So we're gonna
I
work,
mean, 20 people listed at an address in a year. That's crazy.
we're gonna work to try
Well,
to,
it's always on Facebook when you rent.
it's gotta be true then if it's on Facebook.
Exactly. That's
But we're gonna work to put legislation, in our code. We're gonna work to try to figure that out. So,
Thank you. Are there any, thank you. Are there any more comments from the audience?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm
Good
Kim.
evening, Blanche.
Don't do that. Strike that out. I'm Kim Jones. I live at 14 Somerset Avenue, but of course, everybody knows, I'm the board president for the Sturgis Museum at 209 Willow Street. I actually, came, of course, to, see Mary Knopp as well as you all, but, just to see if anybody had any questions. Put you in there. Just in case anybody had any questions about my request that was put in for, the Juneteenth festivities or anything. I'm used to working with Kara with it, so because I don't know who I'm supposed to do all my official.
Susan.
Susan is my contact. Got it. Okay. Other than that, I'm good.
While you're here, did a gentleman reach out to you about your internet situation?
Yes. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. He contacted me. I signed the agreement last week. And I'm just waiting for them to schedule a day. He said it will be in the next couple of weeks, so we will have internet.
Pricing where you need it?
Amazing.
See, you know me, we're a heck of a team.
Amazing, yes. Yes, he said, he did get, great comments and feedback from both of you,
Good.
so I appreciate it, so thank you.
Thank you. Sir, do you have any comments? Sure, come forward. Now, you know you don't have any lines in town.
Actually, we do have something
you?
underneath the river. We were close at one time. I'm Derek Craig. I represent Chesapeake Utilities, Sharp Energy, Eastern Shore Natural Gas, and the other business units that we have in the area. I'm just attending the town council, basically making sure that the council knows who I am. Any questions that you guys have about what Chesapeake is trying to do, I want to make sure you know I'm a first point of contact. for any questions that you may have. We're already dealing with some issues with the city of Berlin, Snow Hill, and stuff like that, where they're starting to get to the point of where they're reaching out to me. So like I said, I'm just trying to introduce myself. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to come up here. I was going to try to be incognito, but and I've got business cards.
Derek, I do have a question for you. Are those your lines right over across the bridge into Somerset County?
I'm going to assume the answer is yes, but without knowing exactly what you're talking about, I can't really speak to that. I know that we did put something underneath the river. Yeah. But as far as what you're speaking about, I'd have to see him.
So when Derek took over his role, he met with me, Melinda, and Mr. Barkley. And see, you and I saw him
Yep.
at the Taste of the Eastern Shore.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
I remember.
That's right.
I was trying to, I know I met this man before somewhere, but I think we had oysters in our face or something.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, are you on the natural gas side or are you on the LP side?
We do natural gas.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. And propane. So, any other questions?
No.
Like I said,
Thanks so
I'll
much
get
for
it out to
coming.
you.
Thank
You
you.
guys have one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, moving forward to item number 8, adjournment.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Motion has been made and properly seconded. All those in favor use the sound aye.
Aye.
Those that oppose, you have the same right. So move. Good night, everyone.